Javier Milei is turning out to be Argentina's economic saviour. The eccentric president who made headlines for his unorthodox style of announcing public spending cuts has followed through on his promise to repair the Argentinian economy in just over a year since his election. His savage public sector cuts have underpinned the economic recovery.
Bueno, lo primero que tenemos que entender es que el Estado no es la solución, el Estado es el problema. Ustedes, si se fijan acá, tienen la gran raviolada que es el Estado, el gran curro y la fuente de la decadencia argentina, que es el Estado. Esta es la foto del Estado que tenemos hoy. Si nos movemos hacia aquella pizarra, que es Ministerio de Turismo y Deporte, afuera. Ministerio de Cultura, afuera. Ministerio de Ambiente y Desarrollo Sostenible, afuera. Ministerio de las Mujeres y Género y Diversidad, afuera. Ministerio de Obras Públicas, afuera. Aunque te resistas. Vamos a seguir por acá. Ministerio de Ciencia y Tecnología e Innovación. Algo bien del sector privado. Nada bueno salió del sector público. ¡Afuera! Ministerio de Trabajo, Empleo y Seguridad Social. ¡Afuera! Ministerio de Educación. Adoctrinamiento. ¡Afuera!
And the results speak for themselves. Milei has done what other world leaders have tried and failed to do. Under his leadership, inflation has dropped from a whopping 12.8% in 2023 to just 1.5% in 2024. Milei's deep spending cuts all but halted the economy in 2024 to get inflation under control, but this year has been a different story. Economic growth has punctuated Milei's leadership this year, with Argentina experiencing 3 consecutive quarters of economic growth. The economic resurgence is also being felt in the streets, with Argentinians holidaying more, enjoying leisure activities and spending their money on discretionary items. Like cars, which has seen an 84% increase in purchases in the first few months of 2025. Real estate sales have also soared by 66% this year. And Milei's scrapping of rent control has led to a 40% drop in rental prices, as well as a 300% increase in rental property supply in Buenos Aires. Online commentators have slammed the mainstream media for labelling Milei as a right-wing nutjob, despite saving the country. This commentator said, "Never forget, the media and professional class labelled him a dangerous far-right lunatic because he wanted to cut spending." And this commentator agreed, saying South America is on the rise. This is so good. El Salvador and Argentina are showing what can happen with honour and reason and understanding economics. And whilst Argentina is experiencing renewed optimism driven by Milei's economic growth, the rest of the world, particularly the US, is watching on with envy. This commentator said, "So jealous of Argentina that they can actually cut spending and the US can't." There was a time not so long ago when the US and Argentina were on the same path with savage public sector cuts. Milei, Trump and Elon Musk were in a bromance, exchanging notes on slashing waste, cutting inflation and growing the economy. But whilst Argentina has forged ahead with this strategy, some say the US has stalled. This commentator is getting restless, saying, "GOP better get to the spending cuts in a hurry. Elon is not playing around." Not to mention, it is the second biggest issue for Trump voters behind mass deportations. And it's true, Elon Musk is not backing down from his dream of small government.
You get taxed on what you own, you get taxed on what you buy, and you get taxed on what you own. Taxes, taxes, taxes. And then what does it get spent on? A bunch of the stuff it gets spent on you don't even agree with. So that's why we need to reduce the size of government and just spend less money and let the people keep a lot more of their hard-earned money. Yeah. So.
But the tech entrepreneur and richest man in the world has ended his friendship with Donald Trump over the One Big Beautiful bill, which he claims will undo all of the positive work that Doge undertook under his leadership.
I was disappointed to see the massive spending bill, frankly, which increases the budget deficit, not just decrease it, and undermines the work that the Doge team is doing.
I actually thought that when this big, beautiful bill came along. I mean, like, everything he's done on Doge gets wiped out in the first year.
I think a bill can be big or it can be beautiful, but I don't know if it can be both. My personal opinion.
But White House Deputy Chief of Staff Stephen Miller hit back at Musk, saying the public will not listen to him.
Bill. The largest tax cut and reform in American history, the largest spending cut in American history, the largest welfare reform in American history, the largest reduction in federal spending ever achieved in a single bill, and then it also includes the most robust, comprehensive border security and immigration enforcement package we've ever seen, one that will allow us to deport millions upon millions of invaders. To oppose this bill is to support the invasion. To oppose this bill is to support the continued giveaways and freebies to cheaters and scam artists. To oppose this bill is to support a 68% tax hike on the American public, and it's also to oppose this bill is to support a deprivation of all of the tax benefits that President Trump is fighting to deliver the middle class, like no tax on tips, no tax on Social Security, no tax on overtime. The Senate passed this bill just today, demonstrating that they are fighting for President Trump. They are fighting for his agenda. They are not going to listen to an outside voice that does not represent the interests of the American people or the interests of the Republican Party. And the House is going to rally behind President Trump to pass this bill for America.